Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. I'm Mar, and I'm standing on, well, right on the edge of what I said I was going to finish off screen, and then I kind of got distracted and didn't. I am standing right here, overlooking this, the back portion of my base, and that last little bit of wall over there that well, I basically just need to mirror this, pretty much. I have done a lot of mining in my beacon mine down there, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more or less. I don't think it's a full stack at the end. Like 5 shulkers of stone, and then a shulker of cobble as well. Not a full shulker, but a pretty decent amount. This build doesn't have an exorbitant amount of cobble, at least not until I get to like texture variation, and that's like the last thing on the line to do. But I did get some anyway, you know, just for the beams that I put up, you know, the support structure things. So I did get some cobble as well. I spent a couple hours doing that, I would say. I also went and worked on a few other things. I got my pick repaired. I finished up my nether tunnel, or my nether hub, the main platform, and I raised the rest of the nether rack so that I had, you know, proper headspace. I also kind of determined, hypothetically anyway, the nether tunnel should be at Y level of 77. And so I kind of figured out where that was going to be, just to give me an idea of what I'd be working with later down the road when I actually come up with a design. I still don't know what I'm going to build, but at least I have an idea of what my options are. Now that the full circle's finished and I have an idea of the height. I also talked to Rector, and he's open to the idea of either merging our tunnels and whatnot, or something like that. So that's good. I figured, since I never actually got around to doing this, I would go ahead and do it as another time lapse. Since it's a much shorter portion, it won't take nearly as long as, you know, all that stuff, but it'll still allow me a chance to get a little more practice in with doing the with doing the time lapses. I know what I have to work on the most is not forgetting which keyboard to use, because I kept reaching for the one keyboard and be like, oh crap, I just moved the camera around. Gotta switch over to the real keyboard that I'm supposed to be using to move my character around, so that was a thing. Also, the render distance is a little bit of an issue. My character does not stay in render distance as well as I would like. I think that isn't something I can do anything about. The way I understand it anyway is that there is an enforced, like, even if you set your client to a really high render distance, the server will only allow you to render a certain distance. So I don't know how all that works. Maybe I'll play around with it and see if maybe I can adjust upward and somehow get my character to show further away. But for now, we'll just go with it the way it is. I don't think this area here really needs a really far render distance. It's only like half as long as, you know, the rest of the wall, and that seemed to work fine, you know, before. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you after it's finished. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse there. I crashed partway through it. Tried to snip out as much of that as I could. At first I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, can't move, can't do anything. And then I saw myself log out on my camera account. And so that was interesting. I mean, I'm not particularly surprised because, you know, my laptop is still a potato. Even if it's a beast of a potato, it's still a potato. But let's see here. Let's swim a little faster. I did at least get it all finished over there, so that's good. That's what my goal was. I would like to work more on the front side here, on the right side of the castle, or whatever you want to call this thing. I'd like to get us a place where we can get out of that hole in the ground. And I think the best way to do that is to work up some of the front facade here, like the front walkways and stuff. Let's set up shop right. You know, right here is probably just as good as any place. I do have my tablet open with copious amounts of pictures so that I can refer to it as needed, which is probably going to be a lot. So if I have to pause and be like, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's going to happen. It's kind of why that's especially why well, not, maybe the second most reason why I like to time-lapse all the walls and everything, because not only is it time-consuming, but it can be kind of annoying to listen to me count to, you know, 5 a million times or whatever. So the less counting on screen, probably the better. But, you know, you can't avoid all counting. I mean, this is Minecraft, and you will notice that all the way around, my walls met exactly where they should have been. And that's because I counted, you know? I prepared in advance and made sure I had what I needed, and it turned out pretty well. So that means I counted well. Counted good. So, let's see. These are our front stairs. And the main entranceway is going to be, like, straight ahead right here. Maybe, I don't know, 20 blocks, 30 blocks, I don't know, this is going to be a pretty grand opening, but there's a lot of rooms and a lot of entrances to this place, and some of them are off on these sides, so I thought I'd work out, some of this stuff on this side first. So let's see here. This comes up, this is our walking level, and I need, do I not have any? I guess I'll get out my cobblestone. Let's get a full stack and just turn the whole mess of it into walls. I mean, I don't realistically know how many walls this thing's gonna take, but you know, gonna have to have some of them. So let's see, they need a wall there, right there, and these go up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to record for, I don't know how much of this we're actually going to get done. We probably won't be able to get ourselves a little hole in the wall, but we can at least start it, and then maybe I can finish it off screen later. Just get us, just a very simple, not elaborate, just something relatively safe from, you know, phantoms, something with a door so I can go AFK if I need to and whatnot. So it's not going to be anything particularly fantastic, so if we don't finish it on camera, that'll be fine. I mean, we'll be doing a lot of rooms in this build, so don't worry. If you miss one, it's not the end of the world. There's going to be more. So let's just see how it goes. Now this needs to go up a ways. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think I want a stair on top. There we go. I was like, that's not the stair I want. And then go back to the stone bricks and just go out like this, that, this. Basically just imitating the floor below us. And then clear out that. Hey, demon. Yo! So that looks pretty good, and I believe we should need... Nope, not me. The people working on the nether tunnels, I have done it myself. You know, you're mining copious amounts of netherrack, and nobody wants that, so you just end up chucking it away. Some people let it despawn. I prefer just to find some hole to, like a fire, and chuck it in, or find a little bit of lava, throw it down. Okay, so let me see. Flip through my pictures here. Give me a good angle. Okay, that's good. That should be pretty good. So we've got this. We need to go 1, 2, 3, and then right here, I want there to be like this, kind of like a balcony almost. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't remember exactly how I designed it, but we'll just mark it out here. We can finish it later if we need to. And then this leads over here, which is exactly what I want. Perfect. Let's bring this across. Okay. Now, there needs to be a wall. Oh. Okay, need more. Let's just make a whole mess of them. So this wall needs to come at least this far, but also over this way. Not exactly sure how far. You know, let's not put that there. I'm not 100% sure. And this is the side I want to be working on anyway. So it needs to be in line with this, and then very next block we want that and that. Alright. This is going to be one of our entrances. So let's bring this over 5, I believe. So that's 3, 4, and 5. And this actually, see, it's like a 2 wide here, but at this point it widens into a 3. Which is good because this line here becomes not really a wall, but, you know, just an extra guard along. There's going to be stairs going down here. Let's bring this across like that. How many is this before it starts going down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. So it's right there. And it looks like it's going down at a half slab. Why do I say that? Half a block or a full slab slope. If I get this. There we go. Something like that. We don't really need to follow that right now. This is going to go in, but there's going to be a pillar here, and then there's going to be a normal pillar behind it, like that. Let's finish out the flooring around it, just so I have something to stand on. There we go. Bring that in, bring that in. Let's see. Let's do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to have to be that on both sides. Ow! Alright, and on the 6th, where's my stairs? We want a upside down stair. Oh man, did you see how close I came to getting that? Oh, that's okay. So, up 1, and then stair. And then it goes flat across the top. Like that. And then this goes all the way. Just like that. And then this, of course, just goes right behind it. I don't know if it needs to go further than that or not, but we're going to build so many stone bricks, I don't really care about one. So let's hop down. Whee! Yeah, I like that arch. That arch looks good. Let's see. I know we're not focusing on this area right now, but we will be shortly. So let's hop up here. You know, I can't wait until we get the scaffolding in 1.14. Let's see. This needs to go right there. And then, actually, right there as well. That needs to be right there. And like that. So there's going to be a staircase right there. I just wanted to mark that little bit of it so I knew exactly where it would be. Now, moving inward in our hallway here, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like, and then I have a window. So one, including this first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, my whoops, that is not right. No. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's going to be a window. So let's just mark that. This isn't actually the right height for the window, but it's the right location for the window. And that's all we need. And then there's going to be one single wall, and then the door. And then it's going to go a little bit further and do another window. And then it's going to keep on going for a good long distance down the hallway. So let's leave that. I want my slab. No block left behind. Come here, you. No blocks left behind. Please and thank you. Oh, it looks like the stars are out too. It's just so well illuminated because of the fire. I didn't even notice. I mean, it's not particularly well illuminated up here, but definitely helps. So let's make this a little more me safe. Widen that just a bit. A little bit more. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time so that we don't make a ridiculously long episode. But it's okay if I go a little bit over. I'm not 100% sure how long the time lapse was, and my video lengths have been kind of inconsistent anyway. There's a lot of slabs. We're gonna use them. Believe me, we are gonna use them. Pretty much any block I make out of stone right now is gonna get used. It's just a given at this point. I can't think of a single block type, or a stone block type, that I will not use, you know? This needs to go because it needs to become a stair. That was just a placeholder anyway. So there's a stair. Now, the windows, I said that they were higher than this. Let's bring this across at least that far. Oops, there we go. And then, oh, nope. Go back here. Can I get that? Yes. Oh, that's, oh no. Come back here. You can't do that. Come back here. Okay, so the door. Let me see if I have a picture of the inside. I think I do, which might give me a better idea of where of how the door and the yeah. Okay, so the stairs, if I can place them, actually form the top edge of the window. Some of this I've forgotten a lot of. I built this thing from scratch, completely my design, every block placed. I did not use, you know, schematica. I did not go off of another player's build. Everything you see here is me. It's based off of a picture of something from a video game, Skyrim. But all the actual work, the choice of blocks and positioning and everything, it's all me. I actually need that just to be the top of the window there. Otherwise, it's going to look ridiculous. And we might as well do the same thing on the other side. Let's see, we need, I don't know about the door, so I'm just going to bring that over right now, like that. Can I have these stairs going further? Like so. Bring that up. Oop, not that far. I mean, I know we're going to have lots of blocks, so, you know, if we waste a few, it's not going to be the end of the world, but let's not do it waste completely randomly, you know? So there's that. That looks good. I'm going to put iron bars in here. Speaking of iron bars, this is something I want to do right now before I forget. Something I thought about before and spaced. Let's grab, I don't know how many I'm going to need, so let's just do 5. Look at those. A whole mass of bars, and yes, we're probably going to end up using all of these as well. let's take a hop, skip, and a jump down here. Alrighty. Did I end up putting fire in? I did not. Oh, yes, I did. Couldn't see it at first. I was like, no, I didn't do it. Did you hear a spider? I heard a spider. Let's just put these in here. These are mostly, I think that was last, yeah, that was the last one. These are mostly just for aesthetics. I mean, you'll be able to see the light, but it's not gonna, oops, I actually took a screenshot. It's not gonna do a whole lot for the lighting. Half of these layers are gonna be unspawnable anyway because it's the wrong slab height. But even the ones that are, it's only literally the spot right in front of it that's gonna be not spawnable. So you come this far and yeah, you can start spawning. So these aren't gonna serve a function in that regard. I was building in the, okay, what is going on, spider? Where are you? Noisy thing. Are you on the underside? No. It must be a cave, like, right beneath me, but man, that's a loud spider. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in my creative testing world, I was not doing it, with mob spawning. I had peaceful turned on. The only thing I really had to worry about was bats. I mean, they're passive, but they kind of got in the way sometimes when they'd be spawning in areas that I was actively working on. So then I'd have to, you know, I'd have to punch the bat, make it move. But, yeah, I didn't have to worry about mob spawning. So I'm going to have to come up with some sort of anti-mob spawning technique just for the outer walls down there. Most of the build, like, on this level and up is spawn-proof, most of it. I mean, of course, I had most of it torch spammed, but of course, I had, you know, I just haven't furnished it in my creative testing world, so it didn't really matter so much. I just did torch spam and let it go. So I will have to come up with a design for proper lighting. I'll have to come up with something to make it not spawnable down here. I might just go with buttons. They aren't particularly noticeable, and even if they are noticeable, I honestly don't think it's going to be a bad look. Down here. I mean, realistically, this is just the outer wall. It's not meant to look, you know, ridiculously cute. It might actually look really nice. Man, those mobs are so noisy. But yeah, I'll have to think about that, mull it over some more. Come up with something. For now, however, I think we've probably gone on quite a bit here, so we're probably going to just call it here. I'm going to keep working on this and you know, finish off some of the walling here and just get ourselves the first room. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of room building, so if you miss a couple, it's not going to make much difference. Especially since we still have to do the same thing on the other side. So maybe if I build some of it over here and then include the other half on a time lapse over there. Some of this is going to be me refreshing my memory on how I built it, and so the first time I do it is going to be quite a bit slower than my second time doing it on the other side, so that might be a good idea to do it the first time off camera anyway. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. It's a big base, so there's lots to see. Don't worry, there will be plenty of it to see. But I think that's a good place to stop it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like how the base is coming along. Be sure to leave me your feedback down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for like lighting and whatnot, I'm trying to keep with a sort of medieval theme here, which is why I have the braziers and the holes in the walls with the fire in it type thing. So if you have any good designs like that that might be useful for like interiors, where those things wouldn't really be appropriate, let me know. I'll definitely take a look. If nothing else, I might just go for hidden lighting, you know, the good old carpet under the floor trick, or torch under the carpet on the floor trick. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes and take it from there. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you come back to see more later. Bye!